Hello friends and my dear students, myself Professor Mundhe Sandeep from Sanjeevanee Mahavidyalaya Chapoli. Welcome to online video class BSCSY subject Microbiology, paper 6 Applied Microbiology unit. We are studying air microbiology and the topic sources of microorganisms in air. Let us see the sources of microorganisms here. But in the last lecture, in the last class, already we studied the definition of air microbiology, then introductory part of the air microbiology, and the composition of air, different layers of the atmospheric air, as well as the different parts. After that, this is the next point, the sources of microorganisms in air. There are different sources where the microorganisms are comes in the air. It means that from the different environments sources are there where the microorganisms are mixed in the air. Yesterday I given the idea about naturally air does not contain any type of microorganisms. Actually in the airs the microorganisms are comes from different sources. Now let us see which are these sources. The first source, that is the man's action, as well as we can say that it is a soil. Soil, through what happens, the microorganisms are mixed in the airs. So in the soil it means what? During plugging in the soil, during digging in the soils, evacuations, during the constructions of any part of the house, bungalows or whatever constructions, then during irrigation process and during fertilizers process. It means that this is the man's action in the soil, and during which what happens, the soil particles or dust particles, they get mixed in the air. Not only dust particle or soil particles get mixed in there, but also soil microorganisms are also mixed in the air. This is the man's actions. Apart from that, the second source, that is the water. Water droplets, fountains, streams, ponds, rivers, through the water droplets mixed in the environment. Then the next, that is the human and animal breath. Animal, that is the breath. Then cough, sneeze, during coughing, sneezing, talking and laughing, what happens, the droplets of the saliva with mucus, they gets mixed in the ears. Not only these, but also the microorganisms are also, they get mixed into the air. Then apart from that, the next source, that is the aerosols, machines, fans, air conditioner, vents or any other industrial things. And last one, the winds blow, that is a long suspension time. These are the different sources. Now we will see one by one details the sources, where the sources of the microorganisms in airs. The soil is the important source. Why? Because compared to other environmental other sources like water, like any others, humans, animals, soil is the richest nutrient source for microorganisms, and maximum number of microorganisms, they get mixed in the soils naturally. That's why during the soil, microorganisms, when disturbed by the wind blow, liberated into the air, and they remains suspended a long period of time in the airs. They becomes flow from one place to another place, but they floated into the airs. Apart from that, man-made actions like digging, Then plugging soil may also release soil-borne microorganisms. During the construction, during the process of man action in the soil, what happens? The newborn micro, the airborne microorganisms, the soil-borne microorganisms, they get mixed into the airs and they settle into the airs. Apart from that, water is also one of the source, may also released into the air in the form of water droplets and aerosols. Or apart from that, splashing of wet water by wind actions or tidal action may also produce droplets and aerosols. The droplets of the water, it contains number of microorganisms, and due to the action of wind in the water, the droplets of water, they get mixed into the air. Not only droplets, but also the water microorganisms, they get also mixed with the droplets and they floated into the airs for long period of times. This is the important source. Apart from that, sewage treatment plant. During the sewage treatment plant, whatever the uh, droplets or whatever the waters of the sewage, they get mixed into the water in the air, and not only the droplets but also microorganisms of the sewage also mixed in the air. During the food and paper processing plant, not only food and paper processing plant but also number of industries, pharmaceutical industries, antibiotic industries, vaccine industries, bakeries product industries, beverages product industries, chemical industries, clothing industry. It means that number of textile industries, petroleum industries, number of industries, from these industries, the number of contaminated microorganisms from these sources, they get mixed into the air. And once they mixed in the air, what happens? They settle with the help of number of dust particles, with the help of water droplets, with the help of any other things. They are very light weighted. That's why they settled in the airs. Now we know that day-to-day activities of human, which activities? Dusting, grooming, washing the cloth, dental drills, expiratory and excretory discharges, through which the microorganisms are mixed into the air. Air currents may bring the microorganism from plant and animals. It means that through plants, through animal surfaces, due to the different activities, the microorganisms from the surfaces of animal, plants, they are mixed into the airs. During wind blow, what happens? The plants parts, the branches of the plants, they moves due to it, whatever the microorganism present on the surface of leaves, they get mixed, they floated into the air and they settled into the air. He said not settled, but they moves from one place to another place, but they settled into the airs. They floated in the airs from one place to another place. And maximum these microorganisms are pathogenic. These are the pathogenic microorganisms generally mixed into the airs. Apart from that, the main source of airborne microorganisms, human beings. Human beings means a number of activities of human beings that produces number of microorganisms. The activities like coughing, during coughing, sneezing, talking, laughing, what happens? The droplets comes outside and they gets mixed in the air. As you know that nowadays what happens? Whatever the droplets of human beings, when mixed into the air, the coronavirus spread. That's why we are wearing what? We are wearing what? Mask. We are using sanitizers. We are keeping social distance. Why? Because it is very important to avoid these droplets. The connection of the contact of our hands or any parts of the body to that droplets. If we avoid the connections, if we avoid the droplets of other people's, what happens? We are safe from the coronavirus. It means that the droplets of the human beings spreading into the air, and air get polluted. Air get polluted in the sense of microorganisms. Now we'll see the next sources, that is the droplets. Droplets are usually formed by sneezing, coughing, talking, like just we discussed. But these droplets, we can also say that saliva and mucus, means these droplets contain what? Saliva and mucus. This is the mixture of the droplets. They get mixed into the air. And droplets may also contain hundreds of microorganisms. Naturally, what happens? That the normal flora of the intestine, normal flora of the mouth, normal flora of the human beings, they are present naturally in the body. And during coughing, sneezing, talking, singing, whatever it may activity, the microorganism and saliva and mucus, they mixed. That we can say that droplets. And maximum, what happens? These microorganisms are pathogenic, and these are the mostly released from the respiratory tract origins. The size of the droplets determines the time period during which they can remain suspended. Large droplets remains for very short time, because light weighted droplets, they survive for long period of times in the air. But what large droplets or highly weighted droplets, they have very less time period during which they can remain suspended into the airs. So this is regarding the droplets. Now see the droplet nuclei. This is also one of the source where the microorganisms are mixed into the air. Small droplets in warm or dry atmosphere tend to evaporate rapidly. What happens? Droplets, they are the moisture contents, and on that droplet moisture, what happens? Once the hot atmosphere, dry atmosphere, or if the sunlight rays, it evaporate rapidly, and they becomes droplet nuclei. We can say that droplet nuclei. Thus, the residues of solid material left after drying up of a droplet, it is known as droplet nuclei. It means that evaporation of water from the droplet, whatever the remain, that we can say that droplet nuclei. And these droplets are very small sizes. It means 1 to 4 micrometer, and they are light weighted. They can remain suspended in air for a long period of times, and they traveling long distances from one place to another place. Apart from that, the droplet nuclei may act as a more potential agent of infectious disease than droplet. These droplet nuclei, due to the dry condition, because once the evaporation of the water from the droplets, that we can say that droplet nuclei. Not only these droplet nuclei, in the connection with the microorganism, their droplet nuclei are very concentrated. There is no side effect of environmental factors on the droplet nuclei. And the last sources of the microorganism in the airs, that we can say that aerosols. Aerosols means aerosols are generated by the activities of wind from water surface and get suspended in the airs. Due to the different environmental effect on the water, especially wind, what happens? The water droplet floated into the air and suspended in the airs. And airborne biological particles, droplets containing biological materials, dead of alloy usually 0.5 to 30 micrometer, are called as bioaerosols. Bioaerosols means these are the droplets which released from the waters, which released from the biological materials, which released from the dead alloy, and the size which is in between 0.5 to 30 micrometer, that we can say that bioaerosols. So this is all about different sources of microorganisms were mixed into the air. So friend and my dear student, I think you I think you covered all these points during the live video, and I hope that you will get all these things very easily. And the next point of the air microbiology that we will see in the next lecture. Till then, thank you.